Hey guys, welcome back to, I guess what's part 4 now of this fixed mode drilling exploration video. I had recorded, back when I recorded the first 2 parts, I recorded a bunch more where I did some additional experimentation. You can see that hovercraft over there is up on its side. In fixed mode, you can drill at pretty much any angle you want to. So thing I wanted to try, this thing drills wider than it does tall, and so if I flip it up on its side like that, it now drills taller than it does wide. And I went down through there and drilled that way, but it's difficult to remember your orientation. You have to remember the keys work all different, and it's an option. Just not sure it's worth it to do that, but it's something you can try. I also reconfigured kind of a field mod in the field. The other thing you can do is copy this area and paste it, higher. I had to remove the turrets down here because it would be illegal to have more than 6. So I took the ones from the bottom, put them up top. Once you've drilled the initial tunnel and you're trying to get additional height, you could do something like that. Just keep moving them up as high as you want to. But that may be kind of a pain to do in survival mode. You could use a drone and do it, but you'd have to first take off the turrets or the drill modules, probably, and then do the paste and then put the turrets back on where you want them. So anyway, that was pretty much all I did in these some additional video clips that I decided just to leave out. They don't have a lot of value other than that. So I'm going to pick up this one from here, and those holes were dug later than this next part of this video, so they're not there. And some stuff over there is also done later. So let's move on with the continuation of part 4. And so I expanded this out, but I think what I'm going to do, rather than finish this base, is use the lessons learned early on. Mistakes were made, and I'm just going to start over and to see if I learned anything from this experience. And so but first what I'm going to do is start with a flat entrance into the side of the hill, so it's not sloping down like that one is. I'll come back and do one of those as well, but I'm going to start with just a flat, straight entrance. And so I came over here to where there's this little hump, and there's my 9 by 5, yeah, 9 by 5 door. I made it a little bit wider so I could put another pillar, so that the door frame itself wasn't the actual width of this thing. So it gives me a base to start on so I can get flat with the world. You can use the O key for doing that, but that'll give me the altitude I need anyway, and the height, and this is where it's going to intersect with the mountain at that height. And so I put a little bit of floor, extended the floor out this way a little ways, just to give me a starting place. So we'll go ahead and get rid of this door so it's not in the way, and I'll come over here and start digging this out. I'm going to go back to the original configuration Like I said, mistakes were made. I've now taken the docking pads off of here, so that's not going to be an issue anymore. And my plan is to just sit down on that pad that I made over there flat and just start at that height and go straight into the mountain. Back to the original configuration with 3x3. And I'll be back in a minute. Alright, over here at the start, I'll go ahead and record this, but it'll likely get sped up to 2 or 3x, so you guys don't have to sit through so much. But so don't pay attention to the drill speed. You've already seen that in the other videos. I believe in truth in advertising. I'm not trying to fool you on how fast this thing's going, so I'll speed up that part of it. Breaking back in here. I'm still struggling with that falling out of fixed mode thing. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and throw a floor in here now, and maybe that'll help me keep the maximum height, or get the height up. It's not going to hurt me in any way to do that. So. Creative mode. Yep, ran out of box. Dope. Yeah, in creative mode, I don't really need these blocks here, but might as well handle my OCD about things not being finished. And I don't know if that's a good depth or not. Let's see where it would put us. Probably want to go deeper than this. You know, may end up with a SV landing pad or something up here with elevators going down to it, or you know, turret positions, or who knows what kind of stuff I want outside. But maybe for this example, that's deep enough. Alright, let's try this drilling again. Be right back. Before I go sideways, I'm going to see if I can get that last little bit of height. I was only at about 4 point something that time, so I'm going to see if I can go up any higher. First I'm going to make sure I'm lined up again. Okay. And flat, sure. Hold it right. So that's as high as I can float to do this. If I wanted to clear out any higher, I'd probably need to move the drills up higher. But without field modifications, that's as high as I can go. So now I'm going to go try and do the rest of them to the left. Alright, be right back. So that's not bad. What I would probably do is turn sideways and try and smooth out the end here. I'd probably end up going deeper than this as well. Make the base a little bigger than this. But mostly I just wanted to get the basics down. You can see when I'm not in fixed mode, it moves pretty good. So I'm probably, oops, turned off Yeah, got a fair amount of rock in here now. But yeah, so that's a good start on getting a flat entrance into a base. And I could come back here and figure out how I wanted to do the actual entrance. I may put the shutter door on here and put the hangar door inside here and go back in there and build the base. But that should give you some idea. I'll may end this video here if I haven't already, and start another one. I'll go back and do the angled base again, using some of the things I learned. I think, I mean, when I started out, I built this angle here just so I'd have a reference angle, but I think it's better to do it this way. It just builds you a slope out where you want to enter the ground, and that way you can lay the hovercraft flat against here and get the right angle much easier than trying to line it up here and jumping in and out of your vehicle and, you know, angling it up. And also, I think in the first video I said, you know, you don't want to be doing that in fixed mode. I actually do want to be doing that in fixed mode, and not messing with the weighting of the hovercraft and the hover thrusters and whatnot, because fixed mode just maintains whatever angle you put it at. So, you know, build you a slope, flat down on it, and just drive forward, drilling into the ground. So if I don't do another one, that's what I would do differently. Just build a slope out here to start with. All of this can be reworked, you know, once you get your hole dug. But keep in mind, if you are going to build on a slope like this, you have to go this direction 2 blocks in order to go down 1 block. So when you're trying to get the height of the door that you're going to use, keep that in mind. So, you know, if I wanted to go with a 7 high door, or I don't know what they go up to these days. 7, that one's 9 tall. So 7 is, the widest door is 7 tall. These two. You know, if I needed to get another block of height, I need to go 2 more blocks this direction to get that block of height. And then you got to work out what happens to the floor in here. You know, if the door sits here, is it sitting, I don't know which one I have selected. 9 by 5. Not letting me put it here, probably because there's still some dirt blocks up there. Yeah, so because of the way this thing meets the ground over there on this slope, you know, you may need yet another block of height to get it to fit. So all this dirt here is keeping me from placing this thing now, currently. So anyway, there you go, digging with fixed mode in Alpha 10. Oh wait, there's more. Before I sign out, I just want to show that with that dig that I did, I am able to fit this 9 by 5 tall door in here. If you want to get a 7 tall door, or you know, depending on how you want to trim the top out, you might need to do some field mods on this thing and raise the drills up higher to come back through there. But also I want to remind about the floor being here is what let me do that 5.37 height, hover height. Otherwise, as soon as I got over the ground here, it fell out of fixed mode, dropped me back into free mode, free drill mode, and messed me up. But should have moved that back another block or two. But yeah, it pretty much let me put one in here anywhere. Yep. There may be a spot or two that it won't go, but looks pretty clear all the way up. And also I noticed, going back and making multiple passes through here, ceiling ended up really flat. I was a little surprised at that. Still got some cupping on the walls here where, the drills are spaced 3 blocks apart. You can go up to 2 blocks apart and not have that cupping. So if you wanted to raise these up, you can put up to 6 drills on here. You could put them 2 blocks apart and come out wider and raise them up and make another couple passes through here and raise the roof some. So anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.